I honestly think, and I was saying this to somebody the other day, that this has been actually probably one of my favourite projects in GSA, to be honest, because it's allowed me to really go, okay, so I know what my process is in terms of, like, as an actor going into a show and doing some of the shows we've done in the third year. But I think this one has really allowed me to have autonomy and take my process and apply it to something much more personal, like something that you want to tell and something that you really, really are passionate about.
I think it's going back to the basics of devising, which is making something from nothing.
For me, really, it was being able to, direct in different mediums, so direct film rather than theatre.
I feel like to begin with, we was putting a lot of work on ourselves. We were going that way rather than going in depth. So we were coming up with several ideas rather than just focusing on the one and going deeper with it. So I think that's something to just remember.
Just kind of having myself to rely on, because I'm working just on my own. So I have had some help, like I've worked with Don Burdess, who's like our comedy teacher. So that's been great because he just knows what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, it's like been down to me, like what I'm doing and what I'm creating. So it's been like a challenge, but like a needed challenge, and yeah, I was really excited to do it.
No, I was saying actually the other day that we've made a really good, like, COVID safe, because we have a divide that's like quite a physical divide. It's meant that we've been able to stay in our own spaces, and we've not had many times where we've had to be like, oh, we can't do that because of COVID. So.
Well, from the very beginning, we used the fact that we couldn't touch to actually relate to something that we then created in the world that they're in. So, contact-wise, it hasn't been that difficult because it's the whole basis of our story.
Within our short film had to be socially distanced, and all the production had to be socially distanced and COVID safe. So that was really challenging, because when you watch the film, you'll obviously see that the people that are on screen are socially distanced. Now, what I hope is that it's not blaringly obvious, we hope, but it is there, and it was something that we did definitely have to come to terms with. And also, we had to be experimental with the way that we filmed stuff in order to make sure that the production was safe as well.
I think taking this forward, we would like to involve more voices from a wider range of ethnicities, backgrounds, that kind of thing. And we want to take it forward into theatre and education, and possibly we're wanting to take it to towns that maybe don't have as much access to theatre or aren't necessarily asked these questions. We would love to be able to just kind of present this to them and maybe open up some horizons or open up some thoughts.
Would like to. So we've spoken about maybe after this project, actually maybe taking the short film to various different film festivals and things like that around the country.
When there's no escape, and the idea of the theme of loss of touch, it sort of makes you think of not taking life for granted, not taking relationships and moments in life for granted.
Just that they will ask themselves some questions about what their position within the class system is, and review what class means to them now today.
I mean, the main thing is just to have a laugh and just have a bit of escapism, and just be a bit silly for 10 minutes. But also kind of maybe there's a deeper question about identity and like how we present ourselves to the world. And that, there's like a deeper level. But at the end of the day, it's just a bit of fun, and